You're live, they said, but we're feeling dead. This is the Aaron Zero show with another edition of Today's Noise. We are here to waste your time and to bore you. So let's start. Well, in Indian news, on the front page, we have Mr. Howard Lutnick, and who's the Commerce Secretary of USA, meeting Mr. Piyush Goyal. And apparently, they had a wonderful meeting, and everything is really good and a very fruitful meeting, and everything is on track, according to the U.S. Ambassador to India, Mr. Sergio Gore. So everything looks wonderful, and but nothing has been decided regarding the tariffs, as far as I understand. Tariffs presently will be still at 18%, unless Mr. Trump changes his mind. It all revolves around Mr. Trump. Mr. Howard Lutnick is very much in the news in the US media for all the wrong reasons. He went on the interview saying that he had met Mr. Eppenstein in 2004 or 2005, and then decided that he was a very bad man and he would never meet him again. And yet, voila, they found that he'd actually gone and had lunch with Mr. Eppenstein in 2012 when he was already a convicted offender. So, what do you say to that? And of course, he is talking about taking his family along to the island and his nannies and whatever. So, that straight there will, will not stand up in a court of law. So many people in the Epstein file are bailing out now, and one Nobel Prize winner, and then now latest is one gentleman in the World Economic Forum who's had to leave his job also because of the connections to Epstein files. And Lord Mendelsohn, who was a UK ambassador to US, was temporarily jailed, and that too because of his ties to Mr. Eppenstein. And of course, while Mr. Trump wants to do everything to remove the focus on the Epstein files, because every detail that's coming out is almost like the voice of doom, and it's bringing him closer and closer into the Eppenstein files, which he doesn't want. And his staff at the DOJ and whatever have redacted his name as much as they can. And according to US commentators, they have scrubbed the files. So let's see what happens. It's an ongoing horror show, and nobody cares about the victims of the Eppenstein files. They number about 1,000 or more. And my personal view is that Ghislaine Maxwell, the partner of Eppenstein, who's alive, should be grilled thoroughly. And then you won't need any files. She'll spill the beans. And right now, of course, she's asking for clemency from Trump and promises not to implicate him. First give me the clemency and then I give you the full pardon. That's the way it works. And US and Iran have had talks again in Switzerland with Omani mediators. And the Iranians say that they've had a wonderful meeting, very intense, and that if the sanctions are gone and the restrictions on nuclear are gone, then they'll have wonderful peace. But Trump says not so fast. He doesn't want them to make a nuke, and he wants to make sure that they don't have nukes, while USA has 5,000 nukes plus. So it's a question of pot calling the kettle black. How wonderful is that? And then on the Afghan-Pakistan border, there have been clashes because the Afghanis will not sit quietly if the Pakistanis bomb them and all that sort of stuff. They have a 2,100 kilometer border line called the Durand Line, and they have put various attacks there. Apparently, they claim they've captured 17 Pak outposts and soldiers, while the Pakistanis claim they have killed 70 Afghan insurgents, which the Afghanis say no, those are civilians that they have killed. And so it goes on. Where it will end, who knows? Because the Afghanis and the Pakistanis are not seeing eye to eye. While Pakistan is employing the jihadi elements to cross into the Kashmir border and make trouble for India, apparently the jihadi elements of the Afghan are crossing into Pakistan and creating havoc there, or at least they're not welcome. So that is what is going on in the international arena. And of course, I completely forgot about the dear cricket. India beat Zimbabwe, hooray, 256 for 4. They declared one of the highest totals in the T20 series, and they bailed out Zimbabwe 486 for 4. Sparkling batting by Abhishek Sharma, Hardik Pandya, Tilak Verma, and Ishan Kishan. India hit 17 sixes, one of the most in any T20 series. And they are set to meet West Indies on March 1. Apparently, West Indies lost to South Africa, and South Africa has booked its berth in the semifinals, so to speak. So the winner, I guess, of this match will meet South Africa in the semifinals. And apparently, South Africa is a pretty strong team. So our guys will have to do extra training to beat South Africa. And what else do we have? In Delhi news, the Chandi Chowk area, which is a crowded part of the old city of Delhi, is going to get a massive facelift and re electrification, as it were. 160 crore rupees are going to be spent on taking down overhead wires and putting them underground and having beautiful street lamps, etc., and have better control over voltages, outages, power cuts, etc., because all wires will be underground. So that would be much better for the citizens of Chandi Chowk. No overhead wires to fall on top of them, and crisscrossing in those narrow by lanes and things like that. So it will be a boon and a very good blessing for the traders, shopkeepers of that area, because that's a very famous area, wholesale area of Northeast Delhi or Old Delhi, and it's bang right next to the Red Fort Monument area. So, a very busy area, and it will get a lot of facelift. 26 roads also there in the area will be, I guess, given a facelift or repavement or whatever. And that is the Chandni Chowk story. Next, we move on to the showdown between the Delhi Haryana police team that went to Shimla to arrest some youth Congress members who apparently misbehaved during the AI summit. I believe they were shirtless or something like that. What's the problem with being shirtless? I think it's pretty good actually, but that's my own opinion. Apparently, the police team from Delhi, Haryana had a face-off with the Himachal Pradesh police, and the resort owner where these Congress youth leaders were staying went and filed a report that 15, 20 plainclothes people had kidnapped somebody and taken electronic equipment, etc. And so while the Delhi police team was on its way to Delhi, they were stopped by the Himachal Pradesh team, and it was only after 24 hours that they were allowed to leave and the necessary permits were shown and all that sort of stuff. So, quite a mess of red tape there happening. And that is quite funny in a way because you don't expect the police to be fighting with the police. You expect intense cooperation. And of course, now it's boiled down to politics. I believe Himachal Pradesh is under the Congress government, and the BJP, of course, which is here in the national capital, is blaming the Congress government. So we'll see how that works out. So Hillary Clinton, a former Secretary of State, took to the stand testifying in the House, and she said that the Department of Justice is covering up Mr. Trump's part in, in the Epstein files. And she says she never met Epstein and she never knew him. And she can also prove that Bill Clinton also had nothing to do with Mr. Epstein. And so that the story goes on. The military purges continue in China. Apparently, 7 lawmakers in the Chinese parliament also have been shown the door. Apparently, they lacked discipline or something like that. But the other real story is that Mr. Xi Peng, the current leader, is wanting to have only people loyal to him in the party there, and it is believed that the purge of so many high-ranking military leaders will actually make it difficult for China to wage a war because you need very qualified people to be handling and giving orders to the frontline people, etc. So we'll see where that goes. And what else can we say? Rashmika Mandana, actress, and Dave Konda have got married in Udaipur. Everybody is very happy. And so, on that happy note, we end the news, and we hope you are having a wonderful day wherever you are. And subscribe by the billion. Thank you for watching.